Alright guys, welcome to another real estate photography tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at how to use ambient light to your advantage to make your workflow faster. Again, the systems that I'm trying to teach and I'm also trying to create myself and experimenting with different methods is how to make our jobs faster and more efficient on site and in the editing room, but producing really high-end results. Therefore, we can charge top dollar for what we do. So this is a typical living room. But it is long, but we do have pretty much windows surrounding it. We have a lot of open space here, a lot of natural light coming in. And again, it'll work if your natural light is even. Okay, so if this was like the sun was really hitting hard into here, we would definitely have to put more flash power to it to tone that down. But I'm going to show you, this is straight out of camera, and this is what it looked like. So really the camera did really good straight out of camera to give me a nice flat image. So really I was thinking in my head, if I just do a flash pop above the camera to tone down these blown out highlights, then I could just blend that ambient back in to light the back of the room. So I'm just going to paste in my presets that I've already done, and it'll look something like that. I'm just kind of tweaking this a little bit. That looks pretty good to me. I'm just going to copy these settings again. And now this is straight out of camera, flash pop above the camera to tone down this, and then when we do our settings and adjust them, we can control those highlights a little bit like that. And again, guys, I am on the Olympus EM1 Mark II with the 9 to 18 millimeter. Remember, Micro Four Thirds is a 2x crop, so consider this like an 18 millimeter if you're full frame measurement thinking in your head. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And I was at 9 millimeters at f4, and again, you can double that f-stop. So if you're shooting on Micro Four Thirds, your f4 is going to perform like f8 as far as your depth of field and what's in focus. I leave my ISO at 320 if I want to keep my shutter speed a little bit higher. If it's a super bright sunny day and the house has tons of natural light, I'll probably bring my ISO right down to to 200, which is the recommended ISO for this camera. And I was at 1/13th, so I still had to, I didn't have to bring that shutter up too much just because I'm not battling harsh sun. So that's it. And then just to be safe, I will run around and do my multiple flash pops on both sides. And again, it doesn't take you long. Let's go. This was the hallway. Where's the other one? Oh, right here. That's the other side. And then I did up the stairwell. And again, that's just, to be safe. Let's see what the ambient light had. Pretty decent, but this has a beautiful stained glass window, so I wanted to make sure I could bring some of that back in. So we're just going to hold down Shift and click on the last one to highlight all these, and we're going to open these up into Photoshop. Alright, now that they're in Photoshop, remember, just because we did the left and right composites right here, doesn't mean we have to use them necessarily. So I like to bring them into Photoshop just in case. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my staircase shot up to the top, and I'm just going to shut these two off. So now what we can do is pretty much, I want to blend back in the ambient light from the flash shot. So I'm going to bring the flash shot to the top, and I'm going to show you why in a second, because I love to do the opacity at 50%. And what's going to happen is now if you have a beam here like I do right here, you're going to see shadows. So what we can do is get our brush tool and just do a layer mask. We don't have to invert it. But now what we can do is paint back in the ambient light to get rid of that shadow. Well, my flow is at 1%. We probably should bump that up at least to 5. It'll make the workflow a little bit faster, but I love to just gently paint back in the ambient. So if we had these reversed, like typically what you're going to do is your ambient shot first and then your flash shot. When you bring them into Photoshop, your ambient layer is going to be on top. So if you did the layer mask, we'd be, with the 50% rule that I teach, you would be blending back in just the flash. So we can actually introduce more ambient light into the back room here But I love shooting natural light. I love shooting lights off because it gives the house that natural look from what they are going to see when the potential buyers come to view the house. And again, you want to have the ability to shoot to where it looks like you're not using flash, but the image is evenly lit and everything looks super clean. To me, that looks really good. If you mess up, you can always bring back in some of that flash to tone some of that shine down, for example, the flooring right there. And then we just simply flatten this image. Alright, well there's the final image. Leave me a comment below. If you have any concerns or questions about any of the stuff I'm teaching, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Tutorials are coming out all the time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.